This is Nick Brancato. He's taught for the past 2 years here at WPT Boot Camp and approximately 30 of these, which is pretty insane.
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
So let's just call you a boot camp expert here. And I'm sure our viewers out there are dying to get a tip from you. What is the number one thing that I guess you could recommend?
Well, the number one most obvious thing is people playing too many hands and playing too many hands weakly, limping in, and then they're forced to fold to a raise.
Okay.
You know, one of the worst things you can do in no limit hold'em tournaments or cash games is putting money into a pot and not getting value from that money. So limp folding, things like that.
Which I do a lot.
Right. A lot of people do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And also just bet sizes, improper betting, not betting enough, giving your opponent pot odds, or over betting, so you're not getting proper value.
Now, Cloney Gallen went around the room saying, if you're going to be the first to enter a pot, bring it in for a raise. And then Mike Matasso said, no, I don't do that. So, of course, everyone has their own way of playing. What do you say?
Well, I think it's probably best if you're first to do a pot to bring it in for a raise, but the deeper stack the structure, the more okay it is to come in for a limb. So Mike's used to playing very, very deep stacked events.
Right.
A lot of our boot camp students are used to playing smaller events where they have very bad structures. So the faster a structure and the less chips you have to work with, the more proper it is to just come in for a raise because your implied odds are less. So Mike's used to playing with 20,000 chips and the blinds are 50, 100. You know, if you could limp in and flop a big hand and stack somebody, it becomes very worth it. Versus when you're in a smaller structure, you might just go broke by limping and sort of making middle pair or a weak top pair.
Now, you've been here for a couple years. You've worked with a lot of pros. Who is your favorite pro?
Who is my favorite pro? Wow, putting me on the spot.
Who's got it?
Who's got it? Well, I guess the master probably is TJ Cloutier.
Okay.
Because, you know, he's written one of the best books on tournament poker. And, you know, he just has it down to a science. He has ABC Poker down to a science. And, of course, he mixes his game up. But he's very good at teaching students how to, you know, translate that really well to their own games. You know, making the least amount of mistakes possible. Also, one of our very good instructors, Mark Safe.
Okay,
because he's very much the opposite of TJ. And he sort of gives students that extra level of aggression.
Oh, wow.
And he's just a very good instructor.
Yeah.
He used to be an attorney, and he's a great speaker.
It'd be great to have both of them.
Yes.
You know?
At our champions events, we have a bunch of people like Cloney teaches, TJ teaches, Mark teaches. You get seven different instructors, or 7 to 10 instructors.
Yeah, I have to ask you, I know that you're playing in the tournament,
I am.
and I know you're very familiar with what everyone's been teaching the students, and maybe with how they're going to approach a hand at a table. Have you seen a pretty general type of play here?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the students are trying to play, you know, very proper strategy. You know, they're playing pretty tight. You know, maybe some of them a little bit too tight. And then some people who haven't been to a boot camp are just doing all the wrong things, and you sort of see that. And the boot camp students are actually capitalizing on that and punishing them for their mistakes, which we always love to see.
Now, do any of the pros punish them for their mistakes and say something after the hand?
Not in the tournament, now that we're playing for a real prize.
Right.
That's why we have all these labs.
Yeah, I understand. Well, thank you so much. I feel like you say a lot of valuable stuff. And yeah, so there you go, guys. Nick Brancato. And good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.